Donald Trump would go from 232 to 311.
Jeez.
I don't know that if you change this with the population migration from blue states to red states, and if you deport all illegal aliens, the Democrat Party would have to change their platform to ever win a national election again. That's what this is about. The left, and Elon Musk was on Joe Rogan's show talking about their plan to try and create a uniparty where basically no one other than the Democrats could ever win again. That was why there was a concerted effort to bring in giant hordes of illegal aliens and to ensure that the census rule counted them alongside citizens. That was their plan. It is now backfiring. God took what was meant for evil and is turning it into something good. The reason is, and a lot of people think it's the Somali daycare fraud. That too. Great to have a distraction. The left knows that if we follow through on deportations, the will of the American people, they will never win another election again nationally. Almost impossible. Let me give you some stats here and then go through some math. So this is a forecast from Carnegie Mellon University, and they're projecting, now this is an estimate, but the following change in electoral votes for 2030. So some states that would gain one electoral vote each: Arizona, Georgia, Idaho, North Carolina, Utah, and then Florida and Texas, they might gain 4 each. Now let's look at the losses. Minnesota, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Wisconsin, lose 1 each. Illinois and New York lose 2 each. California lose 4. And this is just because of population migration, right? People, especially COVID, they're leaving crappy blue states, going to red states. So if you do that math right there, that means that the red states in the Electoral College would gain 13 electoral votes. The blue states would lose 13. So let me show you what that means theoretically. That means, we've always talked about swing states, that Republicans, conservatives could theoretically not win a single Rust Belt swing state and still win the national election. They wouldn't need it.
Jeez.
That right there is a pretty big change. Okay, now I want to add something else on top of it. So the census rules, by the way, they count illegal aliens. And if they change, as proposed, in 2030, where illegal aliens are not counted, only citizens, okay, that changes those numbers. But let me just take us back from that. If we followed through with deporting, so you have plus 13, minus 13 period, that's just population change. If we follow through on deporting, the low number, 12 million illegal aliens, right? About 12 million, the high number, came in those 3-4 years, 12 to 20 million. The estimate is about 30 million overall, some places. So the Migration Policy Institute, they list 14 million. True number we know is much, much higher. Okay, I want you to look at this 2020 election. So let's just plus 13, minus 13 nationally. You don't need any of these swing states, but let's go to those swing states if we deport every single illegal alien. Now, I know this is just general math. I'm not saying that every single illegal alien votes. I'm not saying that even the majority of them do. But look at the margins of these swing states, and you tell me what this looks like, in addition to the plus 14 to red states and minus 14 to blue states. Arizona, the illegal alien population estimated about 300,000. But we're going to use 2020 because that was the thinnest margin there. Around there was about 225,000 illegal aliens in the state of Arizona. Biden won it by 10,000 votes. 226,000 people gone. 10,000 votes? Hey, obviously Donald Trump won Arizona this last go around without that change. Plus 13, minus 13 nationally, just because blue states can't get their crap together. Now add on top of that, Arizona, 226,000, you guys got to go. Boy, that's significant. Let's go to Georgia. The population there was about 350,000 before the 2020 election. Now it's close to 500,000. Biden won it by 11,000 votes. To use that famous phrase, right, where people said that Donald Trump was trying to rig an election, find me these votes is the phrase they said that he used. If you're a political strategist, you go, oh, can I find 11,000? Hey, we can get rid of about 500,000 illegals, deport them. There you go. And just deport them, by the way, that changes the actual political makeup of the entire state, to be clear. Michigan. Population there was about 80,000 they estimated in 2023. Now it's 129,000. Hope you're noticing a pattern too. Almost a doubling in all these states of illegal aliens. Just in the Biden administration, in some cases. 2020, Biden won it by 154,000 votes. Trump won it 2016, 2024. 129,000 people gone. We don't even need these states. Keep in mind, we don't even need these states. Do you think that deporting all illegal aliens can change the margins for one? Nevada, about 199,000 right now before the 2020 election, about 130,000. Biden won it in 2020 by 33,000. 33,000 votes, 130,000 people, 200,000 people gone. Trump won it without all those deportations in the very next election by wider margins. Think Nevada becomes a solidly red state? Pennsylvania. Illegal population before was about 250,000. Now it's about 250,000. We don't have numbers in all these states because it's a state-by-state basis. So some of these are 2023 numbers, 2024. Some of them are 2020. Comparing right now, 250 is the recent number we have to 141,000 before the 2020 election. Biden won it by 81,000 votes. Gosh, could we change that? And again, Pennsylvania, Donald Trump won it thanks to great work from not only Scott Pressler, unbelievable, but Mug Club Undercover. 250,000 people gone. Maybe it's not a swing state anymore. We just need one. We don't even need one. It'd be nice to have one. Wisconsin. The illegal population is estimated anywhere between 70, 85,000. Biden won it in 2020 by 20,000 votes. 80,000 of you gone. Keep in mind, this is a state that elected Scott Walker. It's not as deep blue as people have you believe. So think about that. If you look at that before and after, look at those states, right? Biden won 306 to 227. Or sorry, he would go from 306 to 227 if you just change these kind of these states. Donald Trump would go from 232 to 311.
Jeez.
I don't know that if you change this with the population migration from blue states to red states, and if you deport all illegal aliens, the Democrat Party would have to change their platform to ever win a national election again. That's what this is about. Otherwise, why would people be assaulting officers and destroying cop cars for people they don't even know who are more likely to commit crimes and are drained to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars on the American public? And how could they be so disconnected from the vast majority of Americans who understand that we need to deport people? This is why when people used to ask, like, hey, I'm in a blue state. Should I stay here and fight? That's not the only way. You can leave. Be strategic in how you do it. Hey, leave California, go to Florida. Or go to Texas.
Don't leave California for Washington.
Yeah, that's what happens with a lot of them. Yeah. Leave Washington for Idaho, Texas, Florida. There are a lot of picks. We are going to see a country that is much more accurately represented in the Electoral College, which is also why, by the way, the left wants to do away with it.
Yeah.
The left wants New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, handful of cities to determine the direction of this country. And they've been somewhat effective over the last decades. We're now in the 21st century. The left can't win again if deportations happen. Do you understand the importance of this? They knew the importance of it. That's why the Biden administration, by design, opened up the borders, didn't vet anybody, and said, you go on out into the country. We'll send you a court date that, you should attend, but that's more of a guideline. They wanted the Democrat Party to win forevermore by bringing in illegal aliens, granting them amnesty, citizenship. Hey, if we went the other way, these illegal aliens in a swing state. Now let's go. Let me go back through it and just take one example. Let's say Georgia, been a pretty solidly red state. Right now, the illegal population, like we said, is about 480,000. If Biden was still president, all of them get citizenship and vote. And their vote was bought and paid for by you. If they had their way, that's why I said this last election was the most consequential of our lifetime. It was the first time I ever actually came out and endorsed and encouraged you who to vote for, because my job is to try and hopefully give you the tools, teach you how to think. I don't want to tell you what to think. The first time where I said this is one, there really is only one right answer, guys. If Biden was still president, the Democrats would never lose again. You understand that? And if we deport illegal aliens and we make sure that our census accurately represents American citizens, the only people who should be voting, if we simply ensure that our electoral college, that our representatives are actually representatives of their legal voting constituency, Democrats can't win. Starting to understand the riots in the streets?
They're terrified.
Yes.
But think about this. The numbers you said, pull up the numbers, the change right there at the very end. That's basically, Trump wins 311 to 227 in the 2020 election with these numbers.
Right, with these numbers.
With these numbers. That means 15 to 20 million fewer people in this country.
Yeah. Also, yes, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
No, go ahead.
That means Russia probably not
off.
invading Ukraine.
Right.
That means billions of dollars not unfrozen for Iran. That means maybe Donald Trump can prevent Israel and Palestine, or Israel and the Palestinians, from fighting.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can end it sooner. Maybe he can put pressure on them. The consequences are massive.
Yeah.
For that right there. And what Donald Trump's team just did by going into Fulton County and seizing the records right now to find out what happened, completely legitimate to do that.
Here's the thing. We showed you addresses from which people voted that didn't even exist. You can go back. Actually, they might have been banned on YouTube, but they're in the catalog on Rumble. And YouTube didn't even say that it was fake news. They just said it's against policy. This person voted from this address. We went there. It didn't exist. We even followed votes that moved addresses when they changed their voter rolls illegally or against their own protocol, mind you, and it still wasn't a real place. I can't prove all the voter fraud. Just the media malpractice is enough. I will tell you this anecdotally as well. Hillary Clinton lost. Right? People parted ways with the Democrat Party. Then Biden won, and then Trump won by an even wider margin. A much wider margin the next go around. I don't know a single person who was a lifelong Democrat who voted for Trump against Hillary and said, yeah, I'm done with the Democrat Party, except for Biden. He's the shot in the arm that we needed. I don't know a single person. I know plenty of people who said, I'm done with the Democrat Party, and they voted for Trump. I know plenty of people who voted for Biden who voted for Trump. I know plenty of people who voted for Obama who voted for Trump. I don't know anyone who voted Trump, Biden, Trump. And you would have to have millions of people who did that for that election to make sense. Or it was the perfect fertile soil for election fraud, and then eyes were on them, and they couldn't pull it again. I know a lot of conservatives out there worrying about the YouTube algorithm, and we can't question this. I do not believe, to any degree, the 2020 election was legitimate.
Nope.
You lived it with us in real time. And if it was, it would have to be such an anomaly that history books have chapters devoted to it.
Yeah.
But how do we move forward? Deport everybody and make sure the census only counts American citizens. That's what this administration is trying to do. That's why there are riots in the streets. Hey, if you're still watching this, you may be one of the 6 million or so subscribers on YouTube who is, for one reason or another, I don't understand it, still here. So back in the day, I would say click one of these videos and subscribe, but really just head on over to my channel on Rumble. Follow me there. I'm live 5 days a week, 11 a.m. Eastern, and I actually say the things that I mean to say. On YouTube, it's everyone here is kind of neutered, really, and there's just a general lack of testicular energy, but I mean that in the heterosexual way. Mostly.